Every bear in the audience smiled with glee.
But he's a lion. He's a lion and actually a king.
Hmm. Well, I mean, his name is Leo. I mean, that was almost kind of a given.
Which is like deeply ironic. Like, oh, he's King Leo, so he's a lion king.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Game over!
Game over, yeah! But Mai-Ling, she went to go to a tournament, came back from a tournament, just to find her home and literally ruined and burning, destroyed.
So you mean like anime protagonist 221?
More like anime protagonist 101. I go do a thing, come back, everyone's dead.
Well, I mean, that's literally the opening of so many games. Hell, like one of my favorite games has an opening like that. Legend of Dragoon.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, I completed this one thing, and now where'd everybody go? Why are there bodies here? What's that burning smell? Why does all those things make sense?
Oh no, they kidnapped my love.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm on a never-ending quest to go save my girlfriend. Wait a minute, I think I've heard this line before.
It's like, what is that walk cycle? That is kind of ridiculous.
What are any of these characters' walk cycles?
Spokes.
Mm-hmm. Like, what is your walk cycle like, sir?
Well, it depends how much drink I've had in me.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget, if it's just your pumpkin separately, it's either going to do the weird thing where the vines are just kind of moving on its own, or he's just a rolling pumpkin.
No mercy.
Again, I mean, the roller thing, it's kind of like, makes me a little motion sick after a little while.
And there would be pumpkin seed everywhere.
Well, I mean, it makes for a good way to, like, kind of track me, just because you can follow the spew.
Right, she doesn't have a dive kick.
Doom looks at you in disgust.
Well, this was before NBC2, so...
You got it, NBC 1, too.
Ah, I didn't miss. I hate fighting this flying pain in my ass.
You like it.
Negative, good sir. But I'm glad I did pick her because she's lighter on her feet compared to Leo.
Oh, gee, she's only missing, what, 150 pounds of muscle?
Probably more than that.
Just saying.
That's right, that's her freaking upper move. Whoop!
Are you upper? At least they have a walk cycle. Thank you, Dio. It's a sparkly harpy.
And then you get the freaking bird cry when you kill her, which is hilarious.
Oh. It's got the Street Fighter fucking stars.
Right? I'm just annoyed that I missed my super.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I'm watching you get show you up. What else? So I finished the Darkstalkers American 95 anime.
I am sorry, Das.
Alright, can I just put out there that is one of the most painful animes I've ever had to watch?
Cartoons. Cartoon. Not the American cartoon, not the American cartoon, good sir. That's what it was.
It mean, it's still. I
Cring-
kind of count them
cringy as fuck. Yes, I know.
Well, I mean, I kind of count them on the same fucking like parallels.
I mean,
It's still a cartoon, and like I would argue, like you can like depending on what you're talking about, you can use cartoon and anime interchangeably, but there are certain things that are cartoons. So like, say SpongeBob.
The American animation.
Sure, I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm. Compromise.
Compromise, yeah. All right, the American animation
Mm-hmm.
of Darkstalkers. Oh my god, yeah, one of the most painful ones I've had to watch in a while. I'm at a merciful 13 episodes.
I had to put you through the ringer, Das. Just, I had to do it to you.
Oh,
It was cringy as fuck, my dude. I'm sorry.
Like, and I know I might have mentioned this. I know I mentioned it to you off stream, but it definitely gave me flashbacks to like Gen 1 Transformers, which I love. Don't misunderstand. But oh god, every episode's the same episode.
Oh god, Answer, get away! Evil T-Rex.
Dimitri's a fucking idiot, as near as I can tell.
That was the gimmick.
No, the gimmick was the fish man being oddly attractive to everyone.
Everybody found the fish man oddly attractive for literally every possible reason.
No, and it was Pyron didn't do anything in like the entire show, near as I can tell. Like he had one episode where he went to Earth and was almost killed on Earth by a fucking statue.
Don't forget when his brother showed up for like no reason.
Yeah, that was like the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even compromise. Anyway.
Stop throwing salt, Dio. God. Let me be wrong sometimes. Jeez. Oh, shit.
But yeah, no, Pyron didn't do anything. Like, and they basically tried to set up Pyron basically like Frieza without the fucking context. Like, Pyron wasn't evil enough to be Frieza. They weren't graphic enough to be Frieza. We were supposed to, like, look at him like Cobra Commander almost, but it's like, he basically didn't do anything. At least Cobra Commander did something.
Cobra Commander! We'll get you, G.I. Joe! I mean, every time I hear Cobra Commander, I think it's him and Starscream. They're just the same person. When I was a kid, because they sounded so much alike.
No.
Damn dinosaur in atomic breath. Ugh.
It's like, there were like 2 episodes devoted to Pyron, and the second one was, the last episode where you got to meet Pyron's brother, which I was sitting there, like, alright, so Cooler's here now, and it's a shitty Cooler, too.
It really was. I'm not gonna lie, it was a shitty Frieza and Cooler between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Some of the elements just didn't straight up make any sense. So, like, I remember there was one episode, like, fairly early on, where Morgan was trying to get the blood crystal activated, and she needed the blood of a Darkstalker, which, by the way, they weren't a thing, according to the 95 cartoon anime, or American animation, whatever. The Darkstalkers themselves were a crew under Pyron. But they kept referencing Darkstalker blood. So what is it? Are they Darkstalkers because they're under Pyron, or was there Darkstalkers blood? That was never made clear.
Yeah. It was never... Well, let's just be glad. I mean, Dio's not wrong. Hunter is like the best Red Earth character. He's a T-Rex. He's a giant T-Rex that shoots fire. Essentially prehistoric dragon almost, but it never really made sense of what is a Darkstalker, what isn't in that old ass 90s cartoon of a thing.
So what was it, Mai-Ling? Fucking, she was sitting there, was like, oh, I'm here to stop evil. But she's not a Darkstalker, but she is a Darkstalker? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, like I said, the American...
Or Donovan. Donovan fucking was another weird one, where it's like, he's like in the cast, but he's not a Darkstalker. I understand he's a hunter, don't misunderstand that. I get that.
Yeah. Like I said, the American animation of that was, not pleasant.
Well, the animation itself was okay. I've seen worse animations.
Yeah, this is 90s animation, so 90s animation doesn't actually carry that much weight now versus back then.
But yeah, there are a lot of fucking problems. And then again, like what I was referencing with the Darkstalker blood thing too, is like, oh yeah, Morgan needs Darkstalker blood to activate this blood crystal. It's like, wasn't Morgan a Darkstalker? Can't you just use your own blood? Like, she didn't need a lot. She only needed a little bit.
Like, why would I need...
Pyron's...
Yeah, Pyron's not a Darkstalker. He's literally just an alien from another
planet. That makes sense, though. Because they said that the Darkstalkers were under Pyron. So that would make sense that he's not a Darkstalker.
This belly flopped on me.
That I can get behind that. And I can even understand Donovan. I think that was his name, the hunter.
Yep.
Him not being a Darkstalker.
Yeah,
I get that, too.
Ow.
But, again, you get into stuff like Mai-Ling and a whole bunch of other characters. It's like, alright, are you a Darkstalker or are you not a Darkstalker?
Are you a Darkstalker? Maybe. Don't give me that shit. Are you a Darkstalker? No.
Right, and they kept going back and forth with, like, Felicia. It's like, apparently she has Darkstalker blood, but she's not a Darkstalker? It's like, how does that work? And how does Frank even work? I think that was his name. I forget what he was actually called in the show.
Frank?
Yeah, Frank, the Frankenstein monster?
Victor,
thank you. Anyway, how does Victor work? Because Victor wouldn't have blood in theory. Or even fucking, what the hell's his name? No, well, like, him too. I could at least see Lord Raptor potentially having blood, but I was actually thinking more of the, sarcophagus guy.
Anacharis,
thank you. Anacharis would have no blood.
He'd be just dust, even after he revived him, got fully revived.
Right. So you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. And the fact that they made Talbane essentially it's a Scooby-Doo. He was essentially Scooby-Doo the entire time.
Yeah.
It was unapologetic.
Like, I can only really think of, like, Talbane only really got, like, one episode, really.
He briefly showed up in the background when the other shit was happening, but it was just there.
No, he showed up a lot. No, don't get me wrong. Like, he showed up several times.
But he just kind of was there.
Yeah. Like, there's very few times where it's like, they actually had a fucking Talbane episode. I literally think it was one episode they had for Talbane.
And that was when Pyron was trying to... It was either Pyron or Dimitri trying to do some dumb shit like, you, come over here, come do this thing I need you to do for me. He's like, nah, bruh. He just ran away.
Okay, hold on. We're getting lore now.
Oh no, Deal's doing the thing.
Alright. So creatures from the Kai realm, people who are half Darkstalkers, are the Darkstalkers. Then you have the other monsters who aren't Darkstalkers, like Riku, who just get
the Fishman. Who get lopped in with them by basically guilty by association. You're just kind of here with these group of people, and we're just assuming you're a Darkstalker.
Okay, so there's... Yeah. Okay, so I kind of see where they're going with this now. Again, they never brought that up with the whole thing, but yeah, it's like, I understand they only had like 13 episodes to do. You know, and I guess I really can't fucking like blame them too hard because they didn't have a lot of time, it looks like, or resources to carry on.
A little column A, a little column B.
This is what happens when Capcom is not clear about the character's lore and years. That's why a lot of people hated the Van Damme Street Fighter movie, despite the director having to work off of what he knows. Yeah, no, that's fair, because Street Fighter's lore is fucking... Unless you're like a diehard Street Fighter fan, like, Street Fighter's lore doesn't make a lot of fucking sense either.
There's Street Fighter lore? Said nobody.
Mm-hmm. Although I'm not gonna lie, I bought Street Fighter the Van Damme movie on Blu-ray just because.
Did you buy it on Tuesday?
Of course.
There we go. Got the statue this time. Ugh.
It's the only way to buy it. It's like you gotta buy it on Tuesday.
For me, it was Tuesday.
Still one of the most epic lines, and from Gomez, no less.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not even gonna let you. There was an American version of the Street Fighter series,
I've seen pieces of it,
as well as an American version of Mortal Kombat. But this was all 90s stuff, where video games and cartoon following sort of went hand in hand, and companies didn't really mind too much.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, no, I knew there was a Mortal Kombat cartoon. Like, what is it? Pro Jared, another channel I watch on occasion, he actually did a whole segment on it. And where Sonya Blade spent her entire time screaming, "Combat time!"
Oh no, with me, my personal favorite is from American Take on a other thing would be the Street Fighter American cartoon. Basically, Guile just screaming "Bison!" Him just screaming at the top of his lungs. It's still it's a funny shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
And as well as Bison going all yes, yes,
yes. I know you get all these like resistances, and I'm pretty sure they mean like nothing. But carry on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They still haven't decided. Mm-hmm. They still haven't decided if Cammy's a clone of Bison or a girl kidnapped by Shadaloo and Brainwashed, nor is Rose another woman that practiced soul power alongside Bison, or just a female variant of Bison. Fuck you, the American Street Fighter cartoon was awesome.
I know, I liked it. It's just, those are my two specific favorite parts, was Guile screaming at any sort of thing that moves. And Bison,
man.
It's dumb. I liked it.
Nah, man, the best part of the American Street Fighter cartoon was when they repurposed it to make the Street Fighter collab.
Oh my god, yes! I died. Yeah. The funny is still one of the best things. Hell, the fact that they still can't decide what Cammy's actual backstory is. Was she kidnapped by Bison? Is she Bison's daughter? Is she a clone for Bison? Who is this chick?
It's one more in a long line of characters we'll never talk about their backstory for.
Tell me about it. Hell, at least they changed Rose's story from her being the goodness that was in Bison's heart expelled to she's the embodiment of Bison's soul to a whole bunch of others to something else. I can't remember right now. I'm preoccupied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and then like shit, even Akuma kind of got in on this too, whereas like his story changed a lot from what I understand.
Long and short, so he's Ryo's daddy. The end.
Yeah. I mean, that's the simplified version I got from you.
The most simplified version, he's Ryu's daddy, Goken is his brother, and yeah, Ryu doesn't know that, he's actually being trained by his uncle, who doesn't want him to go down the same path that his brother did. The end. Street Fighter.
Alright. Alright, I'll be back.
Die. The only time on record Ken has defeated Akuma. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's literally like the only time that we've got to see on record about that.
Anyway, it's the only time they have on record that Ken defeated Akuma.
Yeah, well, in that timeline. But let's not forget the Street Fighter, the Brazilian Street Fighter comic was a thing.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that were a thing. I mean, hell, we have fucking Jackie Chan dressing up as Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Just saying, man.
They asked him to do it. He was like, whatever. He didn't care. He was like, sure.
Mercy.
He could
Yeah, why
easily,
not?
he could easily said no. He just like, why not? He said, why not? It's probably good for a laugh.
I do like, and you want to trust Capcom storytelling with Divorce Ken and Street Fighter 6?
She took the kids, Ryu. She took the kids in the boat. Like, Ken, aren't you like a rich ass, multi-million-dollar rich kid from California? And
To be fair,
like,
go on.
well, yeah, he's a multi-million-dollar rich kid from he's from California. And like, oh no, she took the kids, Ryu. She took the kids in the boat. I'm like, and I understand divorce is never a good thing, well, for anybody, because everybody gets hurt. There's no happy endings of that, but
Honestly, the best one I think I heard coming out of Street Fighter 6 was Ryu trying to comfort Ken. It's like, Ryu kind of was like, yeah, Ken, I know it's hard to accept the turds and everything going on with the new game and all. It's like, it's bullshit. Ryu is like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'll carry on. Ryu responds back, I know, it's hard seeing Zangief in pants. But don't worry, buddy, I'm here for you.
it is hard. It is weird seeing Zangief in pants. I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of a weird, like, Zangief, you're wearing pants. It's better than him just being in the man thong, but sure. It's like,
I'm still like hot. Alright, I still never really understood the context of, like, Zangief being a bad guy. And hell, even the fucking Street Fighter movie kind of talked about that too. It was like, not really a bad guy, he's just there.
well, he's not, he's not a bad guy in the context. Well, in the Street Fighter context movie, he just got tricked by Bison. Plain and simple. And any sort of general thing, Zangief is just looking for a real good fight. He doesn't mind. He wants good fight to prove his Russian wrestling is best.
And so yeah, but like they lumped him in with like the bad guys. It's like he's not a bad guy.
They only call them bad guys because they kept getting their asses kicked by Zangief.
And honestly, like as weird as it sounds, fucking
Wreck-It Ralph did it best. He may be a bad guy.
There it is.
But
Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah.
You may be a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy.
Yeah, no, I was looking for the name. That's what it was. Wreck-It Ralph. It's like, yeah, Wreck-It Ralph actually had it pretty much on the nose.
Damn it. And I love the fact that they had Bison straight up go on and say, like, you're not going turbo, are you? Which was the joke of Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I'm like, yeah, okay.
There were a lot of things wrong with that movie.
There were a lot of things right with that movie, too.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, one of my only major bitches about the movie, because again, it is such a farce and it's just so fucking fun to just watch, was Blanca. Honestly, Blanca's like my only kind of like nitpick with the movie. That it's kind of like, they could have done so much better with that.
I mean, the fact that they even remotely had any.
The fact they had a Blanca, yes,
yeah,
I agree with you.
The fact they had a Blanca, but the fact that Charlie is also Blanca in the Van Damme movie, I'm like, it's weird. That was a weird transition.
Like I said, I get it. You know, Blanca's not the easiest to explain. Not gonna argue. But yeah, it's like there's so many other ways they could have handled that. But for what it is, I appreciate what we had.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like my big nitpick. It's like, what the fuck did you do to Blanca?
Hell, in Street Fighter 6, people are actually bitching that Cammy's not in her leotard anymore. And?
Fans always fucking bitch about every fucking thing, though. I mean,
Cammy's not
look
in
at
her leotard! Her hair is short! I mean, it's a new game. What do you want? Damn.
I was gonna say, it's like, fans fucking whine about some of the stupidest things. Like, look at the Sonic fan base. It's like, there's not been a collective yay or nay fucking about anything that Sonic has done past the Genesis era.
Well, except for the Sonic movie, because we got Ugly Sonic that we saw in Chip and Dale's. That was the collective fan base saying, no, we do not want this. That is not our Sonic. That was the one thing. And then they repurposed, and I love the fact they repurposed Ugly Sonic for the Chip and Dale movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious. I was dying laughing every time I saw him, like, oh god, the cringe.
Like, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, the fan base as a whole
doesn't know what they want.
I mean, hell, like, just because it's something's different doesn't make it wrong. Hey, hell, I grew up with an entire fucking TAS show of X-Men fucking with that thing fucking getting beaten in my head.
Morph!
People fear what they do not understand.
But yeah, how'd you like? How on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the American Darkstalkers
animation
and thing in itself?
I'd probably give it like a 2.
Well, with this
mostly because
with this day and age, yeah.
I'd probably give it a 2, mostly because I fell asleep to it twice. That's one of the best parts of it.
Oof. Yeah, like how they bitched about Strive. Yeah, they bitched pretty hard about Strive.
Again, the fan base, they don't know what they want.
Oh, we want this. Are you sure you want this? Yes, that's not what we wanted. You lie.
Oh, you want to get into fan bases fucking themselves over? We can always just go to Cyberpunk.
No mercy.
But they're breathtaking.
Attack.
Really? That's where you want to go with that?
But they're breathtaking. Lee Petty.
No,
wait, let me finish. They're breathtakingly petty.
I was like, you remember this whole story, right? Fucking Cyberpunk, fucking, like, they sit there and demanded they release the game, even though the developers are like, oh, it's not ready yet.
Game's not ready. No, release the game now, but it's not ready yet. Release the damn game, okay? You can't complain about it.
Like, there's a bunch of bugs, and, shit ain't gonna work right. Release it now! Oh my god, why would the devs release a game like this?
Why would you release the game like this? It wasn't complete.
We didn't want to!
Damn it. Hey, beat me out my loops. How dare. I found her foot dive. It's part of a special. Oh, yeah.
Doom does not approve. It should be a standard move.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah. No, shit. And again, it's like, it's kind of like people were hesitant about the redesigns they did for, like, KI. I keep wanting to say 2016, but I'm pretty sure that's not correct.
Well, the recent Killer Instinct. Let's just go with that.
Yes, the recent Killer Instinct. Yeah, there were people who were on the fence about that. I mean, fucking Jade actually had clothing. Or not Jade,
Orchid.
Orchid, thank you. Mm-hmm. Orchid had clothing this time instead of a one piece.
Like, even going from what it was to what it is currently, I don't mind them taking liberties. basically going from like some sort of 2D pixelation of whatever the character is to a 3D perspective. Take as much liberties as you can to make sure the character at least looks remotely who or what they are. Hell, they still even released the classic costume and people still bitched about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can see it in some references for like characters like it's not Lord. He-Hawk? No, it's not Thunderhawk.
Thunder.
Yeah,
Chief
Chief Thunder. Because oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a fucking landmine waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, like fucking when the game came out, nobody really thought anything about it. It's like, oh yeah, just one more character in the roster. Yeah, but times they'd be changing. But you know, they at least fucking tried. So you know, it's like you didn't get quite the same character as reference, but you got something similar. It's like, all right, I see what you did there. I see you tried.
Yep.
I mean, hell, fucking. They even had kind of like chunky Fulgore, as I kind of refer to it, which is
Fulgore beefed
Fulgore
up.
1.
Fulgore basically. Fulgore been in the gym.
Yeah. Well, I say chunky Fulgore compared to like slim down Fulgore, which is like the newest iteration of Fulgore. I think it's like Mach 3 or whatever the fuck it is. Because Mach 2 is in KI Gold, and the classic costume was referencing more KI 1, which is my favorite design of Fulgore. Because I didn't much care for the redesign they did for 2, but that's just personal preference at that point. Cinder got a fairly radical redesign for a bunch of it. But then again, Cinder didn't have much design to work with, to be honest with you.
And then there's Glacius.
Naked man on fire!
And then there's Glacius.
The same. Naked man frozen. Just that.
Spinal. Extra
skeleton.
Extra naked man. How's he extra naked? He is a skeleton. How much more naked can you be?
Oh, but then they added like stuff to like Spinal to just make him that much better. It's like, you know, they had this whole like underwater theme, which is more of a reference to KI Gold or KI 2, fucking compared to the KI original.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it fit with the character at least.
And then Riptor.
Yeah, Riptor was another one.
Dinosaur.
From basically yeah.
That's all she is. Dinosaur. Velociraptor.
Mm-hmm.
They gave her the cheerleading outfit, which I just cannot stop laughing at. Because like, you have a raptor in a just basically in your cheerleading section. Like, that's hilarious.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They made the body look more cybernetic. Like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. I can let that shit go.
Yeah, no, I know Fulgore 2 is not a redesign; it's a completely new model. Like I said, Fulgore, as I refer to him as like Fulgore 3, is not a redesign; it's a new model too.
Yes, we now have the new iFulgore. It's brand new Fulgore designed by iPhone by Apple.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the Terminator. They're similar models, but they're updated. Yeah,
essentially off a production line. When you have a better variation of a thing, we just go with the next
variation.
Much like the iPhone, you drop it once, it turns to confetti.
Where apparently the first like Terminator was extremely durable, although they reached max durability in Terminator 2, I'd argue.
Yeah, the T-101.
Well, no, because Terminator 2 is like
the T-1000.
No. I'm talking just the straight 800 series, which is Arnold series.
Yeah, the 101 series. The Model T. No, the T Model 101 is what Arnold series is. They have basically the metal endoskeleton with basically working, functioning, somewhat organs on the outer layer around it.
And by, I'm fact checking here.
Oh, you're fact checking me?
I was closer. His model is 101, but he's part of the 800 series.
Well, we're both right on that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we picked up different parts that are correct.
Yeah, we both weren't wrong, but yeah, we were just coming from.
We weren't right either. So.
Yeah. Hey, the give and take there.
Anyway, pretty much. So yeah, because in Terminator 3, it's actually a later model. It's like the 801 or something like that. That's Terminator 3, and yes, I know we don't talk about Terminator 3, but that's what the model was.
Oh, the one chick. Yeah, her.
No. This is strictly the Arnold model.
Oh, the Arnie model. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is like the 801 was the one for that one.
Ah, okay, yeah. But
where Arnie in 1 and 2 was just the 800 model.
Okay, basically just kind of updated it.
Right, exactly. Because if you remember, in the Terminator we don't talk about, yeah, it's like he actually used psychology. You're the one that fucking set this little statute. I talk about Terminator 3 fine.
No, it's like, don't bring up the time traveling bullshit that they did. We can talk about the movie, it's just the problem with the time traveling thing. But focusing on the model of what they are, yes. That version of Arnold was a updated one because it was incorporating psychology and how to do this, that, and the other accordingly. Because even when he said for his actual model type, he can actually learn more things as he goes along versus the other one, which was actually programmed to have the thing.
Right. Yeah, and what was it?
Bitch got me in the corner.
I like how they gave him fucking aliases. Apparently he's Uncle Bob in Terminator 2, which is what I reference him a lot too.
Uncle Bob?
Yeah, Uncle Bob. Pops in Genesis and Carl.
I was gonna point that out well because like in Genesis, it's the Redux. It's still technically a good version of Arnie. Another advanced model, I want to say.
Right.
Because like
so that would be like the 101.
Mm-hmm. Still in the 101.
Still it's the 101 model, but it's the 801 design or something like that.
The 801 design and the 101 model. Yeah.
Anyway.
Damn it. And then, like, why is it that I always got to point out that with every time the protagonist Terminator fights against the antagonist droid, it's the more advanced model of what they did the last time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what was it?
We got the T-1000, essentially just liquid metal. Period.
Yeah, which is weird that they never went back to that design.
Because that one is more or less the better one. Arguably, arguably speaking, it's one of the better ones.
Let me point out a little bit. As like, they kind of went back to it, but they never did. All right, so like in Genesis, when they went back and you actually see another T-1000, it's only on screen for like fucking almost like 4 minutes, but still.
Oh yeah, then it got melted by the acid and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I guess technically it's not 4. Technically it's 5, because Salvation is 4.
Yeah, Salvation is still a good movie because you're already in the goddamn future.
It's harder to fuck up once you're already in the future.
You're already in the far end of the spectrum there.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, but then after that, they always went with the design where it was an endoskeleton covered by
the liquid metal. Like, not bad.
Which never made any fucking sense to me.
Well, it's basically you're getting your two best model types, T-1000 and T-101. Both of those series working together. Because the outer layer in itself can actually fully shapeshift to mimic everyone else, with the endoskeleton just more or less being there to be the additional arsenal accordingly, so you're not just stuck with knives and stabbing weapons.
Yes, no. Alright, here's kind of where my argument comes into play.
Like,
I'd argue you had more potential with a T-1000 because it has higher infiltration possibilities compared to the later models or the lieutenant models.
Yeah, because
that's kind of what I refer to them.
Yeah, because it could just stay in liquid metal form and blend in with its surroundings like goo.
Now, I will say, the only drawback that I can see compared to the later models are highly situational. So, like, for instance, if they needed a flamethrower or something like that, that could only be incorporated on, like, the Lieutenant models. So, sure, whatever. Or, the one in Dark Fate, which, that one's technically a completely different design.
It is, but it still incorporates the Lieutenant model bullshit, which I just kind of looked at. It's just you're just a 2.0 of the previous thing that was a problem.
Why do you even ask that question? Skynet's making them, obviously. I'm not sure which question you're referring to, but carry on. We're not curious who's making them, at least not that I know of in the context of what we're talking about.
Feel free to jump on Mike.
Because, well, it's Skynet all the way till 5. And then in 6, they changed it to Legion for no fucking reason.
Because, oh yeah, Skynet completed their entire life's work and mission to do a thing and kill John Connor. What now?
Yeah, but Skynet is probably the fucking most retarded fucking computer I've ever seen. Like, if anything, it's just sitting there, like, furthering its own destruction. That's all it's ever done.
Yeah. Like, oh no, killer robot doing a thing. We gotta go back in time to stop this one kid from doing a thing. You know, if you did go back in time in the first place, you probably wouldn't have that problem.
Well, not, like going back in time basically reveals your hand if you fail, which they did.
A lot.
Yeah. So not only does John Connor know there's a war coming now, but two,
he gets to prepare for it.
That's what it's, not only does he get to prepare for it, but I guess that would have been my third one now that you bring it up. But now he has battle experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if anything, you're shooting yourself in the foot even worse than usual. Because we're like, we're going to throw this at you in the future. It's like, oh, well, now I know how to destroy you, and now I know there's a bad future coming. Both of which are vital knowledge and probably something you wouldn't want to show your hand to.
Right.
But hey, we'll just let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, the one in Dark Fate, I don't get that one at all. Like,
the one that it had this weird nanomachine outer thing going on, plus the weird endoskeletons. They both can act independently, which is perfectly interesting.
No, that's the fucking thing. That part doesn't bother me, honestly. The fact that it's like they can operate independently. Honestly, in theory, like the one from 3 should be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, she
should.
Should
be in the opposite world. But if anything, the one from Dark Fate is a downgrade compared to the one to 3.
It is. The fact, yeah, because like, oh yeah, you have nanomachine and nanomachine outer layer that can actually.
It's not really nanomachine. I mean, I still go with the liquid metal thing, but yes, if you just want to simplify it to nanos, fine.
I am simplifying it to nanos, yes. Yeah, but it's literally it's like your outer shell can work independently of your inner shell. There.
Sure. The end of the thought, yes.
Yeah, the endoskeleton can work. Yeah, like, that's fine and all, but why couldn't the one beforehand do that?
Because they didn't think of it.
Like I said,
see why.
Like, that's why I said, like, it's essentially just a 2.0 of the previous model. That's all you is, chick.
Except it's a downgrade.
So
what you're saying is, like, it's standard update files.
Yeah.
Where they downgrade the good features.
Yeah, downgrade the good features. Yeah.
Hey, remember back when we could burn CDs really easy?
Remember when LimeWire was a thing?
Oh yeah, when I wanted to give my computer cancer for no reason. I do have a healthy collection of porn now from Cousin.
I mean, that's how I was able to obtain other things that are related to the Capcom Fighting thing that we're doing.
Just saying, huh?
Hey, that's how I actually was able to actually get my own copy of those OVAs.
Oh, okay, I see where you're going with that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that was what introduced me to House, actually.
House?
Well, yeah, House, the TV show.
Okay.
Because I was in a very dry and arid place.
While he was in Loki's armed forces,
Yes.
meeting our mutual friend in the chat over there.
Anyway, well, no, like I met him before I left, and I thought we went to the dry and arid place together, but apparently we didn't because I remembered that wrong. But either way, when I was over in that dry and arid place, they had a thing called the share drive, and the share drive was literally just all the files people had ripped off of like DVDs and shit like that, and threw onto this share drive, which is exactly what it was. And if you want music, if you want games, if you want this, if you want that, it was all there. And it was like LimeWire fucking without all the viruses. Actually, still a bunch of files from that. One of these times, like, we gotta do, like, you know, an exploration into the dry and arid place that is my hard drive.
What did you do in your hard drive, Das?
Well, that's where I backed up big chunks of the share drive, including games, movies, and videos.
And
I
porn.
mean, obviously we can't.
Don't forget the porn.
No, actually, the porn came from a different site. That was we'd swap hard drives.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you take my hard drive home, I take your hard drive home, and whatever we pull off it, we don't ask.
Hey man, don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, Dos and I never went to that dry and arid place together.
I don't think my chat box is actually showing up on the thing. I just noticed that.
Yeah, well, did you put it on the thing?
It should be showing. I just noticed that.
Actually, no, I bet I know what it is. I bet you have a layering problem.
Yeah.
We'll look at it next time. I can point it out to you once I'm back on my main computer. Anyway. But, yeah, no. That's where I found out some interesting, quirks
People
from
are
some of my friends.
Your friends are into some weird stuff. Cause
Yeah.
it's basically your friend. Your friend grabbed the hard drive from a friend, another friend, and then another friend. It basically gets passed around, and we don't know who's into what, but we don't say nothing.
Yeah, that was a lot of it, yeah. Whereas, like, there was more than a few videos where upstairs, like, dude.
That's a penis.
But, you know, well, no, I'm not gonna get into graphic detail on some of the stuff I found.
He found Backdoor Sluts 9, the director's cut. Let's just call it like that.
I remember I was talking with one city slicker, and again, I'm not going into detail, but I'll give you like the idea of what I found. Where it's like back farm doors, Sluts 9.
Down on the farm there.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm sorry, Dustin.
well, now that was something I was not expecting today.
Like, huh. Well, I need to wash my eyes out with bleach, basically.
It's like, like, because each video is kind of a landmine. Like, you never knew what you're going to click on. Like, yes, there were thumbnails, I'm aware, but, like, the thumbnails on, like, adult videos do not exactly, like, 100% kind of tell you what's in the video.
And let's hope and just be careful you're not dealing with, black screen roulette of the thumbnail. Where just, the whole thing is just,
yeah.
Those ones are the scary ones. Like, it's just, the whole thing is just completely black. Okay. It doesn't, you don't know what it is. Or you barely get whatever context is if someone even remotely said, like, hey, don't look at this thing. And then you get curious.
Well, I mean, like, someone would kind of a giveaway. I mean, like, so there were, like, adult videos, and there was one that was, like, and, like, I still have it to this day. It's, like, Oriental Academy. And, yeah, I kind of can take a wild guess where that one came from.
And we're getting off the subject, and we're getting back to the fighting game collection here before we catch the DMCA up the side, down the tail hole.
Hey, I'm not graphicking anything. I'm just saying. But like, you can kind of tell some of them just by the title.
Mm-hmm.
And then other ones where it's like, you'd get another ones where it's like, fave number 5. That tells me nothing. And then,
That
of course, it's a black screen thumbnail.
nothing. Like, what does it tell you? You don't need to know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I would be that guy just for no reason, just called Dolphin Wax number 2. Just out of spite. It's nothing but actual nature documentary about a dolphin. That's all it is. just to screw with people.
So like, yeah, it's like that. That was my introduction to like, like not so much the porn thing, but like House and a shit ton of anime. Like I have more anime on that thing that I have not watched yet than I'd like to admit. But I did get to see some like really cool ones too, like Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon was a really surprisingly good anime. And that was actually the first time I got to see Gungrave fully. And oddly enough, Gungrave is coming back now, which is very nice.
Yep. Shit, I can't even remember. Does it come out this year or does it come out next year?
I'm not sure. I know you were sitting there wanting to have a fucking Rochambeau about it, and I'm sitting there like, you really don't have to.
No. I want to Rochambeau for it. It'll make me feel better about myself.
Well, yeah, but I was sitting there arguing with you. It's like, there's not really much Rochambeau. It's like, do you want to play it? Yes. Well, okay, that's great. Do you have the previous 2 games? No. Well, then. Guess who just won my version of the Rochambeau?
Well, that's just not fair.
Do you have the previous 2 games?
I had the previous 2 games.
But you don't anymore. So second. Yeah, if you wanted to play the new one, fine. But that means I get an excuse to play the old ones.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not mad about it at all.
Which I still love the reasoning that the original one was made.
Wasn't that made on I was gonna say, like, wasn't that made on a dare?
No, it actually wasn't a dare. The original ones were made so that you would get off work and then you'd probably go out and have like a night of karaoke and come back half pissed drunk. And they're like, oh, we wanted to make a game for a person in that particular state of mind.
Yeah.
And that was where they made the first Gungrave. Gungrave was meant for you to come back from a long day of work, get half drunk at karaoke, and come back on your couch and play video games. Which I can fully attest this, having played the game before. It's kind of silly. Like, if you ever want to fucking live out your fascination of fucking, like, Nicholas D. Wolfwood fucking running around with a giant fucking cross punisher, you play Gungrave.
Yeah.
You play Gungrave.
That's basically it. Damn it.
And then I've never actually played the sequel to it, so that'll be a nice little learning experience. But apparently, like, there's like some underrated fucking amazingness fucking by some of the side characters in that game, so I'm very curious about that. Like, there's some guy with a guitar that apparently fucking like rocks the house and fucking kills everybody in the room.
Oh yeah,
which I'm all about.
Come on.
Come on.
There you
go. Right there.
Sweep the leg! When the boss starts blocking everything that you're doing, like, no, take the hits.
That reminds me of playing KO on the SNES, whereas like you put them on max difficulty, it's like, oh, what's that? You did something?
I'm going to block everything that you're doing. Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Command grab.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
How dare? Of course, it doesn't help. He has a transformation.
But all in all, the Darkstalkers American cartoon animation, whatever, was bad.
Yep, still going with 2 out of 10 on that one.
Yeah,
Most because it fell asleep twice.
I mean, for what it was, it's per its previous time frame of what it was, or what it technically was, and how it existed. It was probably good for its time, probably. I don't know. Maybe.
You're putting you need some like industrial strength air quotes for that one.
I am. I'm telling the guys to back the truck in, but yeah. When you get to the OVAs, it's a lot less of a headache. I can tell you that much right now.
I'm just hoping it's a bit more like, they add a bit more character to them, because like they all had about as much characters as a Transformer. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's better. It's better. They do have
'Cause-
character.
Because there were only like 3 characters that had any kind of character in the original Transformer run. That was Optimus, Starscream, and fucking Megatron.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That was essentially it. Yeah.
I mean, people made an argument for Bumblebee, but Bumblebee has gone through so many different iterations. Like, he has no fucking. He's like a snowflake. He's like, yeah, it's like this one might have a little bit of a fucking character, but the next one won't.
Yeah, when he does have whatever character iteration of whatever the hell he is by this point, and unfortunately you get grabbed by Michael Bay, and then whatever your character was just flies out the window.
Well, yeah, that's mostly because he took his character and smashed it into Hot Rod, and was like, I made a whole character. I'm still kind of salty about that. I'm not gonna lie.
And then when we got Hot Rod,
Shut up.
yeah. Then when we got Hot Rod, that was a whole thing.
That's what it was.
Yeah, like when you get to the Darkstalkers OVA, it's immensely better.
Yeah.
Scott
So
McNeil still makes a comeback and voices Lord Raptor in both ends of that, and I love that. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm starting that next week, so.
I think Deacon F. Duel comes out like soon.
I know, we've got a lot on our plate. We're working with what we got. Thankfully, and I say that both good and bad. Unfortunately, like, we've gotten a lot of mileage. We've got our mileage out of Shredder's Revenge, so at least, that's quote-unquote off the plate. We might do one more run, but that's about it.
He wants to do his run as Darcy Jones.
Of course!
I mean, I'm kind of doing my own thing, going through it as well. Like, it's like me looking at time, like, it's a good time of whatever the day is, whatever consists of my morning day or whatever it is. And I'm just like, let me hop on Shredder's Revenge. Let me level up some turtles. I got like Donnie and then Splinter, April, and Casey is left.
Well, I'm saving Casey.
Well,
So,
Splinter's Splinter's gonna be my last one.
Yeah, well, Casey's gonna be the one I do for Shrimp, so.
Same. Well, yeah, on my end, I'm going to join you as Splinter.
Yeah, so it works out then.
Because I'm at least going through all 4 turtles first before I go to everyone else.
Probably do end up doing April next.
Yeah, see, Donnie's my last one I gotta do.
Yeah, because I've only done Wrath. It's like I really need to do the other turtles, but I'll probably end up doing April next, just because like I want to see more variety with her.
Yeah, because they don't always put like April in most of these turtle things or any of the other ones, with the exception of like, the fighting, like anybody else.
Yeah, and I am interested. It's like now that I know Cowabunga Collection actually has April in it. Well, let me rephrase. I knew it had April in it, but I didn't know it was going to be online. Now that I know that, it's like, oh, well, read my video about this.
We're going to be doing things and stuff about that.
It's like, originally I only thought, like, TMNT Turtles in Time was going to get its online treatment, but apparently that's not the case. Apparently, like, 4 games are getting it. One of them is the fighting game. Which makes sense.
The Turtles fighting game is going to be so dumb. I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
Because apparently the most broken character in that game is Shredder.
Does that really surprise you?
He's unapologetically broken, meaning I can just spam and do dumb shit on you. He can trap you in the corner with just a rushing uppercut move, and that's it.
Well, again, it's like, if we're going to throw down together, it's like it'd probably be, if we're playing broken characters, yeah, it'd be broken to broken. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, we'd probably like play with like, oh yeah, no Shredder unless you want to fight Shredder.
The Shredder mirror match.
It's kind of like, what is it, from Sonic R, where it's like nobody picks like Gold Sonic unless everybody picks Gold Sonic.
Yeah. Because that generally wouldn't be fair to anyone and everyone else playing that game.
Yeah, exactly.
Besides the fact this whole thing was more or less scuffed from the start, me trying to get things rolling in the first one, I had to delete everything to get anything and everything, because...
You made it work, and that was the
I
important
made
part.
it work! I'm okay with that. I'm just worried about when I do something at a faster pace.
Oh, we'll find out when we get there.
When I won't get there, because I still got to do Skullgirls. That's still a thing.
Yeah.
Because they released the alpha of Black Dahlia, the newest character for their whatever pack. Is you can technically play as her. They haven't gone into full beta and polished her off and all the other stuff and blah blah blah. Just when she gets there, it's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah. Alright, are you good to call it here, or?
Oh, what, you want to run through one more character?
Alright, now.
Yeah, I didn't think so. You fucking...
I was there trying to support you as best I could, don't give me that.
I mean, hey, technically we got through half of the roster of Red Earth.